Hey everyone, and welcome back to Mega Man Battle Network, where last time we got a bit of a runaround. We went to the Metroline in order to take a ride off to our dad's work because we haven't seen him all week. But unfortunately, the Metroline is shut down due to a landslide. And a virus on the net, which is not helping with the landslide issue. When we tried to go to Internet Area 2 in order to help resolve at least the internet portion of the issue, we couldn't get through because Dex set up a damn firewall. So we went to get the link from Dex to get through the firewall. And then Dex sent us on an errand to get a Wrapup 50L chip, and we just got a bit of a runaround. On the bright side, it wasn't a complete waste of time because we got @Mail, allowing us to access Mail's PC at any time, or rather her piano, I suppose. And more Wrapup 50Ls for us. Take that, Dex. But yeah, we got @Mail, which allows us to get into Mail's piano. We got the Gutsman G chip, so we can now use Gutsman in battle. And once we get to his access point, we also got @Dex, so we can access Dex's PC at any time from the net. What we did not get, however, is an antivirus to deal with how relentless these viruses are. Before we make our way all the way to Internet Area 2, there is something we can take care of now, something special that is newly available to us. Honestly, since right after we finished up in the oven. FireMan version 2. When you defeat a boss Navi, their ghost data will end up somewhere on the internet for you to fight. Fighting them, you'll find that they are more difficult than before, and you can get special rewards for defeating them. I'm not too worried about our busting level this first time through, fighting FireMan version 2, because any busting level will give you the reward for fighting this one. I believe that is always the case. Version 2 Navis will always give you a special reward for fighting them. You do not need to worry about busting level, which is a huge relief. From the way I am talking, you can probably guess that there are also version 3 Navis. We'll be getting to those eventually. Version 3 Navis are the most difficult, and they have even better rewards. However, you do need to get a good busting level for those rewards. Screw you, Fireman. Okay, let's go ahead and use Gutsman, and this will also be handy because it'll really narrow down his field of movement. Not a lot you can do if you're breaking all of your panels. Especially your ground fire tower ability won't really be useful at all. Alright, Fireman V2 is down, busting level of 4, and we get Fireman F. We are just raking in those Navi chips. Gives us a 1-row firearm. Where do we want to stick it? I'll stick it over a shockwave. Now I am aware that I am really screwing up my chip codes. I am adding more chip codes instead of removing them. I'm aware of this. But these are Navi chips. You understand, these are special. These are rare chips that I very much want to show off. Alright, let's see, how are we doing on money? Yeah, we need 4,000 more to afford that HP memory, so I'm gonna go ahead and leave you be. Oh my god! Alright, so version 3 Navis. What is my luck? Bad, that's what it is. So version 3 Navis can typically be found in the same internet area where you found the version 2. They are stronger, and they are encountered as a random battle. They are not in a specific location like the V2 Navis are. V2 Navis are in a very specific spot that you have to deliberately find, usually in a dead end. V3 Navis are random encounters. V3 Navis also only appear... Oh no. This has backfired horribly. They also only appear once you have fought their version 2 forms and beaten them. Oh, I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe this is happening. Well, we're not going to be getting a good reward out of this. I'm not prepared for a version 3 fight. Alright? I'm prepared to survive a version 3 fight is how I should phrase it. Survive, but not necessarily be fantastic at. Okay, got a whole bunch of shotguns, which... not a lot of damage, but it'll add up, and it's a fast fire, so... And you can always use it when he pauses for slightly longer than normal, since that's typically an indicator that he's about to launch an attack. And stunning him during an attack is always funny. Okay, let's see. Really, anything will do it at this point. Let's grab 2 chips to be safe. Screw you. Alright, well, that was unexpected. I mean, I knew it was going to happen eventually. We were going to encounter a V3 eventually once I fought FireMan V2. I did not expect it to be almost immediately, though. Don't worry too much about if you fight a version 3 Navi on the net and you don't get a special reward from them. They will reappear later. It's really not the biggest deal. How rude! I can't access Dex's data? Alright, well, we have Dex's access point, but yeah. Don't worry if you don't get a special reward from a V3 Navi. They'll show up again eventually. It's just a random encounter once you've defeated the V2 Navi. It says, Dex's PC, get out. This means you. We access /Dex. We gained access. Cool, now we can pass through. Let's find out what caused the bug in the Metroline. Alright, let's get going. This place is a maze. If you keep winding up from here, you'll see the Metroline safety program. I just saw some really big guy there. Oh, and if you go down that ramp and take the first turn, you can go to the lower level. Good to know. So in other words, we are going the wrong way right now, but I want to explore. There are 4 viruses, 4 new viruses in this area, and I would love to get their chips. That being said, I am not going to go out of my way to get all of their chips. This here is a hardhead. They are immune to all attacks until they open their mouth and fire a cannonball. If we want to get their chip, we need a busting level of 10 or higher, is what I have been told. I hope that is written down wrong, because if that's right, then we're basically not going to get their chip. Here we have a Swordy. Swordy is the source of the sword, wide sword, and the longsword chips. We have not encountered a longsword chip. I should have waited until the hardhead opened its mouth. Oh well. Swordy will come up to the front row, and it will try to use longsword on you. If it can't do that, or if you're in the front column, it will use wide sword on you. And if you're really pissing it off, it'll use steel on you instead, which is not good. I personally don't like losing area of my field. I don't like losing access to some of my spaces I can move. That's a really bad situation to be in. Yeah, that was a bad combination of viruses. I expected that. Alright, so there shouldn't be anything down here except mystery data. Cannon C! Ooh. Yes. Replace a shotgun. Now we have 2 A's, 2 B's, 2 C's. Hopefully that'll lead to something good. Here we have a Swordy 2. It is an upgraded Swordy. It is effectively the same as the regular Swordy. It has access to wide sword, long sword. It's fire elemental, a bit stronger. And doesn't give me its chip. That one also has a chip. You need busting level of 7 or higher to get it. And we just got unlucky. Okay, nothing down here. And I believe this is the last new virus in this area. Dang, we encountered all of them pretty dang quickly. That thing back there is the mine. It will sit in one place, and eventually it'll do this. It'll use the Mine 1 chip, which is its special chip that you can get from it, and it will lay down a mine randomly somewhere on your side of the field. Does that sound bad? Because it is. If you step on the chip, well, you're in for a world of hurt. If a fishy steps on the chip, it's also in for a world of hurt. The mine's special chip comes from busting level 7 or higher. Now, I'm not expecting to get any of those chips because for some reason, they just don't like dropping for me. And the hardhead chip in particular has some really steep requirements. It can be a little irritating, honestly. Yeah, we'll go with this. We'll use dash to go right through both of them. Perfect. They moved exactly how I wanted. Now if I can keep them lined up like this. Ooh, let's see. Gutsman. Yes, Gutsman, finish it off. Okay, with the double delete on Sortie, we might get the chip I want out of them, which would be nice. I don't think I got hit either. 9. We get Longsword S. Thank you. Okay, we at least got one of the 4 chips out of the viruses here. So that's a relief. Okay, I have a map pulled up because this area is quite a maze. It looks like we have indeed explored everything down in that direction. I believe there's a few other... there's one path probably I did not take. It leads basically to a dead end. Okay, we've got FireMan. If I could push you down into the bottom. Oh my gosh. Fireman was worth it. Fireman was worth it. Fireman was worth it. Give me that mine 1 chip. Oh, I may have had bad luck with Fireman V3, but my god, am I making up for it with my chip luck here? Oh, I'm ecstatic. Okay, what good luck can you give me here? Quake 1 on you. Let's see. Placing bets. Throw it now. Yes! Oh my gosh, if I'm getting unnecessarily hype about this, god damn it. Okay, so I played perfectly and got busting level 9. How the heck am I supposed to get busting level 10 on a hardhead? I don't know how I'm gonna get that chip. I really don't. Then that... if I'm giving up on the hardhead chip, that leaves basically 1 to go. Not from you, though. Alright, well, while we're continuing to run around this area, hopefully we'll run into a Sortie 2 to get the Sortie 2 chip. Got another World 3 pin gate down that way. Not gonna worry about it, because we can't do anything with it. Here we go, Sortie 2 with a Met tool. Don't have a good set of chips to start this out. We only need a busting level of, 7 or higher. Okay, so this is far from ideal. Alright, well, at the very least, we can finish the Sortie 2, get a cannon on the Met tool. Yes? No? Okay. Be like that. But yeah, as I mentioned, this area is a bit of a maze. And I'm deliberately trying to take all of the wrong paths first so I can, 1, explore as much as possible, 2, maximize my chances of running into viruses to get their virus chips. Basically, I'm just trying to give myself every opportunity possible to grind out what I want. Okay, that's a dead end. Yeah, basically, if I haven't gone down a path, it's probably a dead end. Otherwise, I'm taking all the wrong paths first. This is the right path. Oh, here we go. I finally get to show this off. I have been hoping to get this for a while. So yeah, I mentioned a while back that she selected 3 cannons, A, B, and C. Selecting cannon A, B, and C temporarily gives you invincibility and infinite cannons through the Z Cannon 1 Program Advance. Program Advances are special combos. You select the right chips with the right codes in the right order, and it will give you a special upgraded chip that will do some fantastic bonus effect. In the case of... in the case of Z Cannon 1 from Cannon A, Cannon B, Cannon C, specifically, It gives you infinite cannon for about 5 seconds, was it? As well as invincibility for that duration. It's a very, very handy strategy to build up some program advances in your folder. Many professional folders, professional chip folders, many professional chip folders will build themselves around a specific program advance and chips that work well with that program advance, either similar codes or just good support for that program advance in general. Alright, we have reached the virus, or more of a net Navi, that is causing trouble for Metroline. So let's go ahead and rework our chip folder a bit. We've got Cannon A, B, and C for 2 Z Cannon 1 program advances. Let's see. Let's sort by code. I want to try and cut down my codes a little bit. Just because we have a lot of them. We've got A, B, C, D, F, G, N, R, S. We've got 9 codes. That's a lot. And Roll and FireMan and Gutsman are the main offenders, but they're Navi chips, so I don't really want to get rid of them. I could get rid of the shotguns. Shotguns are not an ideal chip to have. Let's see. We could get rid of N for some F chips. We could put in Fire Tower would be an idea, but I don't have a lot more F chips beyond that. Here, I'll be back when I figure out what I want to do. Alright, so I don't think Gutsman's going to be particularly useful in this upcoming fight, so I replaced Gutsman with a Quake 1, and I got rid of my shotguns for more shockwaves. I also got rid of the Fire Tower for another shockwave. No offense to the Fire Tower, I just don't think it'll be useful in this particular circumstance, especially since I don't have a lot more Fs beyond FireMan to support it with. Now that still leaves me with a G code with Recuv 50, but I'm not too worried about that. Having the Recuv 50 is good for an emergency, though hopefully we won't need it. Alright, let's deal with this. Out of my way. What do you think you're doing? Blocking the Metroline security program. So the Metroline won't open. Why would you want to do a thing like that? To control the net. Not another World 3 crony. Get those rocks out of there. StoneMan must delete all programs that interfere. You're the one who's going to be deleted. Land. Let's go, Mega Man. Battle routine set. Execute. And we have a boss fight against StoneMan. Ooh, I wish I had got rid of my swords, actually. They're not going to be very useful in this fight at all. Alright, let's open by trashing the swords. And we can go over a bit about what this boss is like. So StoneMan has a few major abilities. He will summon rock cubes on our side of the field, which will impede our movement. They'll also provide shelter from oncoming attacks if he had any that could block, that could actually block. Ooh, yes please. He also pounds the ground in order to drop rocks on us. And he has one more ability that'll be showing up a little bit later. Yeah, that was on me. Okay. We go FireMan. Drop you down to 270. Not too worried about busting level for this. Again, we're still early game. We don't have a lot of flexibility in what chips we have access to yet. But we're building up. We're getting a better chip folder all the... Hello? I think next turn will be your last StoneMan. He should start using his last attack about now. Well, he'll summon 2 small friends who will effectively... This is why you want to minimize the number of codes in your folder. My god, this is beautiful. He'll summon 2 supporters, one on the top, one on the bottom. Oh, not on the top and bottom. He'll summon 2 supporters somewhere on the field, which will fire lasers on you. But good news, they were not a threat. StoneMan's deleted, and we got some money. Land, we did it. Right on, let's get the security program running. Leave it to me. This should let the Metroline open safely. Let's hurry up and get that power-up program. Okay. Alright, so apparently, I guess the implication is supposed to be, StoneMan caused the landslide through the power of the internet. I don't get it either, please do not ask. Alright, we have a ton of money. We have enough to get that last HP memory from the shopkeep. So I'm actually going to go ahead and backtrack to Internet Area 1, and let's go snag ourselves that upgrade. Alright, back at the net merchant, I actually did spend a bit of time off screen trying to grind out the chips from the Sortie 2 and the Hardhead, since those are the last 2 chips I needed in the area. Sortie 2 just was not showing up often enough for me to try and get the chip. It's only a battle level of 7+, so not that hard to get, but the few times I got a Sortie 2, I had really bad chips, so that just didn't work out. For the Hardhead chip, I actually did figure out a strategy, but it's way too dependent on a lot of RNG. To get a busting level 10, I would have to get a Sortie, a Hardhead, as the only 2 enemies in the field, which is actually apparently a fairly common setup. Whenever I encountered it, it would be the Hardhead on the top row middle column. I'd bring the Sortie to the front column, right in front of the Hardhead, and then right at about 4.5 seconds into the fight, I would use an attack that does enough damage to kill both of them, so at least 90 damage. And it would have to be an attack that attacks a row, so like a Shockwave or Basana Wave would be more powerful, or FireMan F. Something that would double delete them. If I could pull that off, which you can tell there's a lot of RNG involved there between getting the right enemy setup and getting the right chips in my folder, or in my selection. If I could pull that off, that would get me a busting level 10. I couldn't quite pull it off. We'll get back to that later. We will be getting all the chips, just those 2 apparently are eluding me for the moment. But I did spend quite a while there, as you can see from my 11,000 Zenny. Oops! Alright, let's go ahead and order ourselves the last HP memory, clearing out the net merchant, and he does have a few chips we could buy. The only new one here is the Hammer A. I'm gonna go ahead and wait on buying this. I would rather get most of my chips from mystery data or from viruses to show the quote-unquote legit sources for them, but shops are also perfectly legitimate. The real reason I don't want to buy chips is I want to save money for HP memories and power-ups, which are expensive, and I can get these chips from other sources. I can't get HP memories and power-ups from other sources because I'm trying to collect all of them, and there's only so many HP memories and so many power-ups. If you want to get all of them, you have to buy the ones from the shops in addition to the ones you find in the field. So I'm prioritizing where my money's going, effectively. But yeah, we have 260 max HP, level 15, level 2 attack and charge. We're doing pretty good. We got some money saved up. Our chip folder's looking pretty nice. And with that, next time on Mega Man Battle Network, now that we have cleared out the issue with the Metroline, hopefully they've been able to fix the landslide, and we can head on to the government complex to finally meet up with our dad. I will see everyone next time for that.